Loneliest Road is living up to its name, and it's just beautiful. You go from one mountain range to another with big, long, straight drives, and then these really interesting towns and ghost towns and mining areas that you find throughout. So we're gonna finish this day on over to Fallon, and then once we get there, there's gonna be more population from there until California, so more towns, and so this is maybe the last long, loneliest stretch of the drive. As we leave Austin, it is wide open road for quite a while. No towns and really not much in terms of historical sites to see until we get down to Cold Springs. And then I think an original version of 50 went down towards where it says Eastgate. So we're gonna at least make a little detour over there through the three gates, Eastgate, Middle Gate, and Westgate. And then now we're back on 50, right through the Fallon Naval Air Station. You'll notice a lot of white kind of sand areas, which is right before we get to our stay for the night in Fallon. We're pulling into Fallon, Nebraska. Fallon or Fallon, I think it's Fallon. And it's the largest town that I will have gone through since Colorado. Way back there in Fruita, Colorado. It'll be a metropolis compared to some of these places we've been going through. I was not able to find like a classic historic hotel that I've been staying in, along the way. So the best I could do was I found it seemed like a decent deal on a Super 8, and I'm just gonna crash there. We are only 2 days left of our trip on US 50, and this will be the last part of Nevada. So we're gonna go from here. We're actually gonna stay in South Lake Tahoe, which is basically on the Nevada-California border. Leaving Fallon, there is a alternate version of 50 that goes to the north right there, up to Fernley, and then eventually over to Reno. But we're gonna stay on the main 50, which heads south towards Silver Springs. And then as we get down here, this is where the population centers of Nevada kind of start. We are gonna explore these ghost towns in another video, but not in this video. So you'll see some of those cities in that area in a future video. Then we go down to Carson City, which is obviously one of the bigger cities in the state. Once we get through that city, you see a very winding road on 50 there over to Lake Tahoe, and we take that on down to the state line. One of the strangest stops on US 50 is here at the Republic of Molossia. Molossia is what's called a micronation, which is a political entity whose representatives claim that they belong to an independent nation, but lack legal recognition by any sovereign state. It's kind of a tongue-in-cheek way of someone saying that their house or their property is an entire country of its own. And a guy named Kevin Baugh is the president of Molossia, and this is his home, and all this here is done up to make it look like his own country, which is Molossia. There's a website, a YouTube channel. I've watched videos about it before. I thought it would be a fun place to come, and right here is the border between USA and Molossia. You're not supposed to go in there because it was closed, so don't tell Kevin that I was halfway in Molossia. This is Old 50 that goes up there, up that hill. That's Old 50, and it comes down and goes that way towards downtown Dayton. We have entered Lake Tahoe area, and our finishing point is going to be South Lake Tahoe for the day. It's actually in California, just over the state line, so you'll have to watch the next episode, which is California, which is the last day, the last video of the US 50 trip here, if you want to figure out where I stayed. So I'm not big into cliffhangers, but I didn't feel like it'd be appropriate to show the hotel in California here in Nevada. So check out that in the next episode.